Today, we got a stark reminder that even in a treacherous and volatile market, albeit one that bounced nicely today, there are always going to be some sectors that are doing very well. Take apparel, where this morning we got terrific quarters from Express and Abercrombie, sent those stocks in the stratosphere. And then after the close, we heard some pretty darn positive things from PVH, the global apparel powerhouse behind Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, a bunch of small legacy brands, Van Heusen and Speedo, you know them all. Yep, PVH just reported while the company's sales came in a little bit light, but that was the strong dollar talking again. It took the bite out of the overseas business. They nevertheless delivered a nice 8-cent earnings beat off a $1.29 basis, and that's despite the fact that currency translation shaved 31 cents from the bottom line. Plus, PVH is very big in Europe, where their Tommy Hilfiger brand is having a huge quarter, 9% increase in European same-store sales. Oh, and the company raised its full-year earnings guidance while making some very bullish comments about the future. So let's check in with Manny Chirico. He's the chairman and CEO of PVH, find out more about the quarter and where his company's headed. Mr. Chirico, welcome back to Mad Money.
Nice
Good to see you, Manny. Good to see you. I guess back-to-school season turned out to be a little better than people think, huh?
Yeah, well, the second quarter was really strong. You hit some of the high points, but internationally in particular. And as we're getting into the second quarter, internationally, the business continues, both Calvin and Tommy, very strong.
Okay, how much of that is because you completed Warnaco integration for Calvin, and how much of it is you just got the right stuff and you put that distribution system in and the whole continent's turning?
You know, our Calvin Klein jeans and underwear business really drove the business. The underwear business is completely on fire, both men's and women's, and we're really seeing a strong turnaround in denim all around our new Calvin Klein product initiatives, a lot of our marketing that we're focused on. So we're getting the benefits of that.
Let's ask about online marketing. Kendall Jenner, 35 million Instagram, accrue to you?
Sure. I mean, she's leading the charge there for our fall campaign on Calvin Klein jeans and underwear. It's gotten us connected with a younger consumer, as you said, 35 million social media followers. That follows our Justin Bieber campaign, which he has twice as many. So really, I think the brand is really connecting with the millennium customer, where we're really making a connection with a younger customer.
Does that mean that Facebook's working for you? Or can we look at it like that?
Well, look, I think it's great. I think the challenge in that whole environment is connecting with the consumer, and then how do you commercialize that?
Okay.
How do you really then turn that consumer around and connect with that consumer either in brick and mortar or online? And that's where we've been making tremendous investments online to really get ourselves positioned both domestically and internationally with the two powerhouse brands.
Well, it's clearly working. I thought that you would, some language that I thought was new in your report. You're talking about Warnaco integration, you said is done, but you're talking about strategic things that you might want to do with your cash. Does that mean you're ready to do another acquisition?
Sure, and I think it is. It's true. It's true. And when it's now almost 3 years since the completion of the Warnaco transaction. We've paid off over $1 billion of debt associated with the transaction. So our balance sheet is really significantly lightened up and gives us more flexibility to return dollars to shareholders or invest in our core business.
This is really important, Manny, because we've seen 40% moves in your stock when you've made these big acquisitions.
Okay, well, our focus short term, next 6 to 9 months, will be on a continuation of bringing in more businesses related to Calvin and Tommy. Those are our two powerhouse brands. Internationally, getting more control, particularly on the Tommy brand, could be nicely accretive to our earnings, and at the same time, very important from a strategic perspective.
China, I know you got a business that hasn't been hurt.
No, it's, look, our comps in China continue to be mid to high single-digit kind of comps.
We heard that from Apple. Maybe we're making too much of the stock market.
But it would be disingenuous not to say there's just a lot of volatility going on in that part of the world. The environment concerns me more than our actual business, because our actual business results continue to be strong there. But that consumer, we're well positioned. We're selling affordable luxury, premium position. We're not selling luxury goods. So I think we're at a good spot in the market where we continue to post strong gains in China.
Okay, in another era, my daughter gave me a Trump tie for my birthday.
Yes.
And, Mr. Trump running for president, but he didn't make ties himself. You guys made him.
Yes, we were the distributor and licensee between Donald Trump and Macy's, and they decided about 2 or 3 months ago to end their relationship after about 10 years. And we had a great relationship with the Trump organization. Donald was not a good business partner. Donald was a great business partner, great marketer, and really was a tremendous partner for us. So we were disappointed it ended, and we wish him luck in his campaign.
It doesn't affect the numbers, though? It's just too small?
Yeah, it's a niche brand. It was a nice,
but
profitable business.
But it was selling well, right?
And it was selling, and it had sold well for a long period of time. But Macy's made the decision, and along with Donald, to pull back from that business.
One last one. Any standout retailer? Because I know Mr. Ellison's running this JCPenney, and I thought it was an extraordinarily good quarter. You have a good relationship with them. How are they doing? Kohl's, some of these other guys?
Well,
who's standout?
Well, look, I think you talked about two of the best-in-class brands, retailers out there in the United States, in the mid-tier, competing head-to-head with each other, and both seem to be performing very well. We've got a good representation of brands in both of those businesses, and we're seeing strong business with both Kohl's and with JCPenney.
Well, last quarter was the turnaround quarter. You said there'd be more ahead. This one's certainly the case. The stock is really way too cheap versus what you just reported. That's Manny Chirico. He's the chairman and CEO of PVH. Remarkable quarter, and believe me, when they get it right, it doesn't just happen for one quarter. Stick with Cramer. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.